Okay, here's one for the unexplained. Somebody out there might have an idea what this is. It's obviously some type of shoe print. It occurred after I'd been doing some work on restoring an old antique table. I had a lot of wood shavings around on the floor. Also, I had some remnants of a white powder. I'd noticed some, after completing the restoration of the table, which turned out rather well, but it was perfect and the surface was perfect, but I noticed damage on the top of it the following day, and I couldn't work out what that was. A lot of footprints around the table from where I was working because they were mine, but nothing could be distinguishable at that. But noticing the damage on it, there's only one way. Well, I don't know, it's a mystery, but I'm the only one that has access to the shed and did at that time, and because I couldn't explain it and realised that it was damage there that wasn't there the day before, I decided to broom the floor and get it uniform. That's what the streak marks that you can see there on the floor of the garage. As I backed past my vehicle that had me in there, I broomed, because that's the only access to get to the other side of where the work was happening on the table. So I broomed behind the vehicle as well, and then I went to take photographs of the pattern that was there that left with the broom, and then realised when I took the photos that I hadn't erased an area that had a slight dip in the floor, and the level of the bristles of the broom didn't allow to erase it because of the lull in the concrete. And this strange marking that's there appears to be some type of boot print. I've got no idea what it is, but in search of trying to find out what type of boot it was, I combed the area where I lived, the many boots and shoe shops, and asked all the attendants, do they recognise these markings on here, and it has to be a sole print. All of them couldn't come up with what it might be. Nobody had ever seen that print before, and neither had I. The other markings you see there are some of my other boot prints that weren't erased as well, but it's got nothing to do with this here. And as I said, I've never had a boot that's got that pattern in my life. It's not something that you would overlook because it's unusual. It's distinct on its own, so somebody may recognise it and be able to explain what boot that is, or what it might mean, or whatever, because I don't know. As I say, this is a couple of days after I had been working on the timber antique table. It was an old Kauri Pine top. I'll just bring it up a bit further. It seems to have what looks to be a G connected to maybe an L. This here looks like maybe a 2, and this definitely looks like a U, and I'm not sure what these chain looking symbols look like here. This looks like something resembling a wheel and a shaft. Not sure. Not sure. But at the end of the day, I don't know how it got there. As I said, the only person that goes into my garage is me. So it couldn't have happened. Either somebody's... How could somebody get access to my shed? I'm going to say it's got 2 locks on it. You'd have to have a key. I've got some views on that one, but I can't mention them here. But at the end of the day, somebody might be able to tell me what boot that is or what brand that is, because I got no idea. But this is not fake. It hasn't been made up. This is not a YouTube. Well, it is one to add to the mystery channel, I suppose, but there's no distortion in the truth here whatsoever. This was found and I can't explain it. And it should not be on my floor. So somebody out there might be able to let me know what this is, honestly. But yeah, you can make a comment. I'm sure I'll get a few. But if I can get the right answer to this, that'd be good. Anyway, all the best.